Good evening, good morning, hello, be blessed, be well. I want to come to y'all today because I want to just touch on some stuff. And I know y'all seen like 3 posts that I did on my YouTube of a short. And one of the shorts was about an African woman who was saying she wears jewelry to make herself seem lighter and it makes her skin pop. But again, I said, these women are in Africa, are literally bleaching their skin because they don't want to be considered as dark-skinned, or they don't want to be considered ugly because their different complexion is darker and not accepted. But I'm here to tell you that acceptance comes from within. If I did not accept myself as to who I am, then you're right. Somebody had the nerve to say, oh, you're just taking people content and adding it to your page. No, I'm not. I'm taking content from myself on my viewpoint of certain situations. Now, I know we have had some chaotic experiences, Black women, cis women, women in general. But I want to throw out some terminology to y'all just to get y'all to understand how a mother myself, a Black woman who is soon to be 50, so I done lived half a century, and I got some insight to my own self. I made a post about somebody who said, y'all out here having abortions. And these abortions, y'all is just killing kids. Y'all going to hell. And my rebuttal, if you go on my TikTok page, I made it plain and clear. First of all, don't ever come against nobody about their decision in life. Because at the end of the day, they have to look themselves in the mirror and be okay with that person. And some of us aren't okay with that person that we see in the mirror. So we change. What's wrong with change? I see nothing absolutely wrong with change. Change your mind. Change your way of thinking. Just change. If you don't like it, change it. And nobody has a right to tell you it's wrong because they don't live in the space that you're in. Nobody has a right to tell me that if I choose to bleach my skin, that's just who I am. Well, what does bleaching my skin accomplish? Do y'all know you cause skin cancer? But then again, so does smoking. And who am I to say you can't smoke? That's your choice. I don't have a hell of heaven and I can't put you in it, and I don't agree to put you in it. But using terminology that is ineffective is not necessary. And again, I'm not perfect. I don't create content that I don't like or approve of. But in that same regard, I'm not out here trying to be nobody but me. When I look in the mirror, I'm happy with who I am. I don't care if you don't like who I am. But then again, you can have your viewpoint on who I am. You can have your views. You can state your views. They're yours. You're entitled to them. But at the end of the day, I'm not entitled to yours. So if you don't like Megan Cole, take your name. Then don't be called that. But if you okay with your space and whatever you think is right, then by all means. Was I wrong for telling y'all to pray for the lady? No, because your prayers is about her making a choice to have skin complexion change. And when she changed her complexion, it brought on a whole bunch of health problems that now she has to deal with. Consequences come with a lot of things. And I tell people, my consequences, I kind of live with them. Whether you agree upon them or don't, I live with them. I'm okay with my consequences. My consequences, yeah, some of them aren't the right choice, but I'm sticking by them. And whatever I believe in, I stick to it. That's self-awareness, unfortunately. So when I tell y'all I identify with the LGBTQ plus community, I do. I am very, very aware of mothers who are in the church, who love their children, who have ostracized them and kicked them out of the family because of what they do behind closed doors. What you have on the top and what you have on the bottom don't have nothing to do with me. What your skin complexion is and what you choose with that complexion, that's my opinion. I'm entitled to an opinion. I've educated myself on why people bleach their skin in Africa and what they're trying to accomplish and why it's illegal to do it here. But then again, it's not, because y'all doing dermal abrasions and you clearing up your skin and you taking away all these indentations and dark spots and you're getting Botox and you worried about your lip with hair and hair underneath your arms and the hair on top of your head. And it's a concern to you. What is concern to you is a concern for you. What you feel like you need to do, you're going to do it. Now me, I don't say to myself, oh, I'm right. This is me and I'm right. No, I'm telling you that there is a crisis going on in this world. And it's all about this and not this or this. And when I say this, I mean my heart. And that's what's in my heart, because hate can be in my heart. Hate for anything. Hate for the police. Hate for people who come against another when they don't educate themselves. Education is key. I love it when you say, if you want to hide a mystery, put it in a book. Because not too many people are willing to read a book about what's going on in the world. They just want to watch the news. They want to listen to people. And they just want to draw their own conclusion. Well, I like to dig underneath the surface and, figure out some stuff. And although my content for some people may be too much, not enough, I don't care. Because guess what? At the end of the day, if I decide to take my platform to a whole nother level and just sit with people and communicate with people or laugh and joke, that's what I'm going to do. I like comedy. I like bringing comedy to the world. But don't get it twisted. There is black, there is white, and there is everything in between. It's called a spectrum. You could be left on the spectrum or you could be right on the spectrum. But either way, you're on that spectrum. So anything in between your no and yes, that's what matters. Because you can turn a no into a yes if you just change your perspective. That's just it. I'm sorry. I agree with human race. But what I don't agree with is you doing something to promote what you got going on. I don't promote weight loss surgery. I had it. I don't promote it. You want to know why? Because there's a lot of consequences that come with weight loss surgery. Is it a benefit? Yes. But is it a journey? Absolutely. It is not a quick fix. I don't care what nobody told you. It ain't no quick fix to nothing. I'm experiencing the worst kind of side effects from losing weight. I'm telling y'all, death can never be warmed up more than you trying to accomplish something and you can't do it. So you go another way of doing it and you get it accomplished. That's just the way it is. That's just the way life is. We accomplish so many things that we seek after. If we don't seek after it, we don't accomplish it. I love how people tend to think that they just lucked up on something. No, diligence, hard work, stumbling upon something, educating yourself about it, and moving forward. But if you're going to sit here and make blanket statements and come against somebody, have the balls to say, this is my viewpoint. This is how I feel. And this is why I feel that way. Is it right? Is it wrong? I don't care. It's my feelings. It's how I view the situation. And that's just it. A lot of people view a lot of things without really taking identity. They want to hide behind a YouTube page or a TikTok page or stuff like that. And they just want to put their opinion out there. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It's just an opinion. It's like a butthole. Everybody got one. And if you ain't got one, you got some other stuff going on that I don't know about. But yet and still, people are born without buttholes. I'm just letting y'all know. Life is always never guaranteed. You're never guaranteed to have the perfect body. You're never guaranteed to have the perfect marriage. You're never guaranteed anything. You're not even guaranteed life. Because just as I'm sitting here, something could be happening outside, and before I know it, boom, I'm gone. But at the end of the day, I got to live with me. You don't have to live with me. I have to live with me. Looking at the man in the mirror is something that I do daily. And there are some things that I apologize for because I unknowingly didn't educate myself on both spectrums. I just stuck in the middle. I wasn't left, I wasn't right, I was just in the middle because I can see it from both sides. Just like this whole situation going on now about, I don't even want to talk about it, but it's just so bad when you say, I don't want to communicate with the people I work with. Because your work relationships, your co-workers, they affect your job performance, believe it or not. And if you focus on just your job and other people, and you stay in the business that pays you, you'll find yourself happier. I realize how much I stay in my bubble. But the one time I come out my bubble and y'all got a problem with it, guess what? Keep having that problem. Don't listen. Listen. Care. Don't care. I'm going to do shorts. I'm going to put my TikTok videos that I post on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube. I don't care. Because it's what I want to do with my channel. And if I feel like changing my channel, I'm going to change it. But it's so many things that I'm changing in my life. And I'm saying to myself, I'm better. I'm better. I'm not perfect, but I'm better. Do I have my bad days? Absolutely. Do I have my good days? Absolutely. Am I human? Absolutely. Do I err? Absolutely. Am I wrong? Absolutely. All the time? No. Some of the time? I don't know. Based on your perspective. And how you perceive me? I'm just saying. It's not how I perceive myself. What I identify with, you might not identify. When I told you I gave up church, I really did. I'm honestly over church folks because I've been watching so many documentaries on religion and how these religious folks are being cults. And cult activity is your belief system, your doctrine is what people are believing in. Not necessarily the truth, but what you profess the truth to be. That's why a lot of these pastors are falling short. A lot of these churches are going under because there's some undermining religion that's being done. Like, don't say for God's sake when you ain't godly. Don't say you're doing it because you're trying to save the world when you can't save yourself. People take life so literal that they wind up committing suicide because they feel like nobody cares. They're not worth it. Suicide is selfish. But that selfish part of it, I understand it. I understand why people are suicidal. I understand why people have no other choice but to rely on religion because everything else in their life has failed. So they chose to use religion as their outlet. I did. I remember a point where I was suicidal and I ran to the church. And I stayed in the church. But that same church, they did a lot of chaos to me. And yet and still I go back to the church. But this time I think I'm staying away. Because if I don't stay away from the church, I will literally become suicidal. Because I can't measure up to those folks. I don't want to measure up to them. I don't want to be on their platforms. I don't want to be on the pulpit. I just want to be able to say to myself, when I sleep, if I don't let my eyes wake up again, am I satisfied with what I did with today? And if I didn't, what do I need to change about me to make me be okay? Selfish, yes. I'm learning more and more in life how to be selfish and to be selfless. Two sides of a spectrum, but even being somewhere in between. Call me wishy-washy. Call me whatever you want. Because at the end of the day, I do for me. I care about me. I love me. And I hope each and every one of y'all who loves yourself continue to be yourself. Because nobody can be you but you. That's just it. And if you can't be you, I'm sorry. Try to be the best you can. But understand, my view ain't Bible. My life ain't Bible. So don't try to make yourself idolize me. Don't idolize me. Because my hair is the way it is. My body is the way it is. My life is the way it is. Based on my choices. Did I make the best choice? Some people might think not. But for me, I sleep well at night. And I hope you do too. I'm going to upload this video and I'm telling you the chaos that's going on fame. How many people want to be famous and how fame is now just running rapid. They are doing anything for fame. Anything for fame. If it means that you are now an AI and you, thank you, and yes, and you making money off of that, who am I to come against you? That's something that the world like. Before there was YouTube, what was it? What would we do? And that's just what I'm saying. We come from a world of what's the next step? What's the next step? I want to move on to something else. Okay, I did this. I've accomplished it. What's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? Well, how about you just stand still for 30 minutes and just don't worry about the next step. Be present in where you at right now. And if you can't be present in what's going on right now in your life, I pray for you that you gain that knowledge to be okay. I wish y'all nothing but wealth, health, and prosperity. As I said before, I come in different forms, in different ways. I chime in when it's necessary for me. But my YouTube channel, I'm telling y'all, it's more things to come. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to say stuff that you might not agree with. But guess what? You don't have to. Nobody's putting a gun in your head to make you listen to me. And I'm okay with that. Like I said, it's a lot of people out in this world who are living idolized lives. I don't idolize no one's life. I don't want to be in nobody's life but my own. And I'm okay with that. It's just like I put out a GoFundMe for my husband. And like I said, I haven't received a dime or a dollar. But it's okay. Because, like I said, you either give, you give. You don't, you don't. My GoFundMe is there. It's still there. It ain't changing. A lot of people do GoFundMes, but it's just that. But, like I said, people do a lot for fame. And the consequences come behind it. It ain't really worth it. Criminal, civil, people taking action on the lies you say out your mouth. they feeling some type of way. I don't feel any type of way about anyone. If I see something, I comment on it. And like I said, I'm going to upload more TikToks, more shorts, more information is coming. I'm sharing everything on all my platforms. You like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. I'm just giving you an introduction to what's to come. Be blessed.